The Catalina 42 Mark I versus the Mark II, a comprehensive comparison for sailors. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the world of cruising sailboats, specifically two icon models from Catalina yachts, the Catalina 42 Mark I and the Catalina 42 Mark II. These boats have been incredibly popular for decades, known for their spacious interiors, comfortable sailing, good performance, and great value. But what are the key differences between these two sailboats? Different generations, of course. Which one is the right one for you? Let's find out. Well, you seem like a good person to me, and I need you, another good person like me, to do two things to help me grow my channel. First, please give me a thumbs up, and please watch to the end. Neither of these things will cost you anything except a moment of your time, and it means everything to us as we grow this channel. Thanks. I know you can do it. The Catalina 42 was first introduced in the late 1980s, and it quickly became a hit. It's designed by Jerry Douglas. It embodied Catalina's philosophy of providing as much boat as possible for the price. The Mark I, built until 1995, laid the foundation for this success. Then came the Mark II, which ran from 1995 to 2016, bringing several updates and refinements. Let's start with the Mark I. One of the defining features is the more traditional, somewhat angular stern. This gives it a classic look, but also affects the interior layout and cockpit space. Inside, you'll find a spacious salon with ample seating, a well-equipped galley, and comfortable cabins. However, the aft cabin in the Mark I can feel a bit cramped compared to the Mark II. That said, the Mark I will be over 30 years old, so be careful anyway. Now, let's talk about the Mark II. Now, let's step aboard the Mark II. The most notable change is the rounded stern. This not only gives the boat a more modern appearance, but also increases the cockpit space and allows for a more spacious aft cabin. This is a significant improvement for many cruisers, providing more room for guests or storage. Beyond the stern, there are other important differences. The Mark II generally features larger ports and hatches, bringing in more natural light and ventilation. This makes a big difference in the overall feel of the interior, making it feel brighter and more airy. In terms of performance, both the Mark I and the Mark II are known for their stable and comfortable sail. They're not racing boats, but they're capable cruisers that can handle a variety of conditions. However, some sailors argue that the Mark II, with its slightly modified hull shape and increased displacement, offers great improvements, improved performance, particularly in heavier weather. So here is a quick rundown of the key differences. The stern, angular on the Mark I, rounded on the Mark II. Cockpit, smaller on the Mark I, larger on the Mark II. Aft cabin, more cramped on the Mark I, more spacious on the Mark II. Ports and hatches, smaller on the Mark I, larger on the Mark II. Styling, more traditional on the Mark I, more modern on the Mark II. Now, the big question is, which is right for you? It depends on your priorities and budget. If you prefer a classic look and are on a tighter budget, the Mark I can be a great option. However, if you value a spacious cockpit, a comfortable aft cabin, and a more modern feel, the Mark II is likely to be the better choice. Regardless of which model you choose, the Catalina 42 is a proven and popular cruising sailboat. It offers a great combination of comfort, performance, and value. It has spacious interior, ample storage, and a comfortable sailing characteristic. It's no wonder that so many sailors have chosen the Catalina 42 for their sailing adventures. Now, before we wrap up, I want to mention a few things to consider when looking at a used Catalina 42. Let's start with maintenance. Like any boat, regular maintenance is crucial. So pay close attention to the engine, standing rigging, and sails. Boat hasn't been looked after, especially an older boat, can be trouble. Now, because boats are older, many of the owners have made upgrades to their boats over the years, so this can be a bonus when you're buying a used one. Make sure the upgrades were professionally done, though. Now, when it comes to marine surveys, always get a professional survey before purchasing any used boat. So, there you have it, a comprehensive comparison of the Catalina 42 Mark I and the Mark II. I hope this video has been helpful for those of you considering these fantastic cruising boats. If you enjoyed this modest video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more sailing content. If you agree about this video, leave your comments below, and if you own either the Mark I or the Mark II, tell us your thoughts.
And some of them, if you get the 2-berth model, then you do get the nice kitchen that's over on the port side with some extra storage. If you get the 3-berth model, then you have an inline kitchen, so then your salon isn't quite so roomy. So we definitely preferred that. Up above, I loved the cockpit, and I thought it lacked a little storage, though, a little convenient storage. I mean, there was deep storage, but it just wasn't super convenient. And I love the side decks. Nice, wide, easy to access to your foredeck on the side decks.
Yeah, I would say of any boat we've seen, the Catalina 42 Mark II has the clearest side decks. The way they did the chain plates for the shrouds, they're inboard, and the way that they're oriented is parallel to the way you're walking. So they just don't get in your way at all.
Makes a big difference.
So overall, we love that boat.
Yeah, it had a, I don't remember if you said this, but it had a Pullman berth.
Yes, I said that.
Okay. So, but that gave you a really large head and shower for your
Yeah.
owner's cabin. But we would really prefer probably a center berth if we had the choice. And those are a little bit hard to come by.
Yes, so to clarify, some Catalina 42 Mark IIs do come with an island berth for the owner's berth, but you do have to keep in mind it's way up in the bow, just aft of the chain locker. And so, I mean, if you're doing overnight sails, unless you're in unusually calm water, that's not going to be a picnic. It's probably not going to be workable. So you just, for overnight sails, you have to think about using the aft cabin.
Or converting your salon.
Yeah.
The salon table, you can lower that and put a
And actually,
pad there.
as long as you get the 2-cabin configuration, you're going to have a settee on one side, which will be, I believe, to starboard, and then to port, you'll have the whole dinette seating. And
Or
so, yeah,
which
you
model
can
did you
to
prefer?
just sleep on that settee.
My name is Alan Stokel. Thank you very much for watching, and fair winds, my friends. Fair winds.